Advisory. So out the door, south of I-10, that is where we're noticing the fog the thickest. Visibility is this morning less than a quarter of a mile in Galveston, where Omni's dropping down to 0. So sucked in on the island, down to a quarter of a mile in Angleton, Palacios this morning, up to about a half mile in Pearland. So areas, anyone who is commuting on 45, the Gulf Freeway, watch out. However, north of town, notice it's not that bad. That's where I'm going to take you now. If you're waking up in the woodlands with us, clouds, a low cloud deck and a thick cloud deck, but overall we're not really talking about any areas of fog that will slow you down. And I really think the winds played a big help, and overnight, Steph, limiting some of that ground level fog. We'll talk more about that when it's expected to expire coming up next.
All right, Tina, sounds good. No traffic hazards or issues where the fog is the thickest coming out of Galveston County, so that is good news for drivers on the Gulf Freeway. But I have the location of 2 new traffic hazards, one in Montrose. Take a look at the southbound lanes. Camera's a little bit out of focus here, but you can still see what's going on. Those blinking lights are not supposed to be there. So this is by Dunleavy. You can see it is on the left shoulder. Watch it if you were going on 5969. We have at least 3 problems a week in this exact location in the morning, and you can see a solid red line approaching this issue eastbound on your LaPorte Freeway. Lisa.
Steph, thank you. A measles outbreak in the Houston area. 5 cases are now confirmed.
And Michelle Choi joining us now from the Harris County Health Department, where they're worried there that this could lead to a bigger outbreak. Michelle?
Guys, it's a huge concern because measles is such a highly contagious virus. Now, right now, here in Harris County, health officials are dealing with 3 cases, 1 case in Montgomery and 1 in Galveston County. And we've learned out of those 5, 4 of the cases involve children under the age of 2. Now, measles is an airborne virus and can be especially dangerous for babies and children. It was considered eradicated in the U.S. in 2000, but experts believe it's popping up again due to the anti-vaccination movement. And get this, it turns out Houston is one of 14 so-called hotspots where parents are refusing to vaccinate their kids. That's according to a study by the Public Library of Science. Texas is one of 18 states that allows parents to opt out of vaccinations for non-medical reasons. And health officials stress it's more important than ever to get your kids vaccinated. If you need more info on measles, we've made it really easy for you. We have 11 things you should know about measles on our website at khou.com. Guys, back to you.
Michelle Choi, thank you for that. Breaking news into your Rush Block right now. A woman is in custody after flames ripped through apartments in Paris overnight. Take a look at this video. That fire killed at least 10 people. 31 others were hurt. The woman detained lives in the building. Investigators say it's too early to know what exactly caused the fire, but they do think it was a criminal act.
Also breaking overnight, thieves cutting through 3 walls so they could rob a Verizon store. Happened about midnight just off the North Freeway. Police responded to a tripped alarm. They found 3 men inside the store, and then officers had to chase down the getaway truck so they could arrest all 3 of those suspects. It's 3 minutes after. I want to get you out to Washington, D.C. this morning. That's where President Trump will deliver his State of the Union address coming up tonight. Stephanie Whitfield has the 3 things you need to know about tonight's speech.
Okay, political junkies, tonight's the night for the State of the Union. Here are 3 things you need to know ahead of the big speech. First up, what will it be about? According to the White House, the theme will be bipartisanship, healing the divide in the country. But Washington watchers expect the president to talk about the border, immigration, and abortion. Next up, who will be there? The president has told conservative allies that an anti-abortion figure may be the First Lady's guest. And local Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher is expected to bring Rhonda Hart, the mother of a Santa Fe high school shooting victim and an outspoken gun control advocate. Finally, who will deliver the Democratic response? Stacey Abrams. She's the Democrat who lost the tight race for governor in Georgia. The word in Washington is she's eyeing a run for the Senate in 2020. I'm Stephanie Whitfield for H-Town Rush.
And you can watch the State of the Union right here on KHOU. That starts tonight at 8.
Your Rush Block continues with the day's other big stories, starting with the protest to push Houston Police Officer Union President Joe Grimaldi out of office.
And if you're the ones that are out there spreading the rhetoric that police officers are the enemy, well, just know we've all got your number now.
Protesters are calling for the Houston Police Union to fire President Joe Grimaldi following those comments. They believe his words are divisive and drive a wedge between the community and officers. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam resisting calls to resign. The Democrat initially apologized for a photo seen in the 1984 yearbook, but later said it wasn't him in the photo.
The governor's lost the confidence of the people. He can't effectively govern.
The Pope's trip to Abu Dhabi continues today with an outdoor mass for 135,000 Catholics. Vatican officials say they hope his visit will allow the creation of more church compounds in the United Arab Emirates.
Astroworld may be long gone, but now's a chance to own a piece of your childhood. A local businesswoman who's collected tons of Astroworld memorabilia has decided to unload it. There's already an online auction where you can place bids, a live auction set for later this month. Auctioneers estimate the collection is worth up to $1 million. There's a lot more information on KHOU.com.